Hello, 4-story stubborn one here. 2 words, cocaine bear. Put on a trailer.
Let's go. Just give that a kick.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
It's a cocaine bear.
Beth, we should go.
That's that dude who does them IKEA videos on Facebook.
Fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got some good actors in it, don't
Henry, check it out.
they? Like, it feels kind of like a B movie, but they got proper actors in that know what they're doing.
A lot of cocaine.
Oh, this is his last film, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, don't eat that, don't eat that. Let's see what kind of effect that has on
Oh, yes.
Bear is loving it.
Fucking did cocaine.
Yes! Yes!
A bear did cocaine.
Alden Ehrenreich. He's gonna make a comeback.
Bear?
It was far.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
Oh my god, this is going
You're
like
safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
The bear looks deadly, doesn't it? Oh, look who got.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with
Oh,
the man
yes.
forever.
Apex
It's almost been the most powerful thing in the planet.
high on cocaine. Out of its mind.
Look, this is a good dog.
Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear?
Shoot it, Beth!
Beth, speed up!
Oh my god, this looks so good.
We have
You think the Lord knows his code?
So,
Oh, that was brilliant, wasn't it?
so I guess we should have a discussion about the movie.
Oh, big time.
So, general discussion. Cocaine Bear is directed by Elizabeth Banks. It's written by Jimmy Walden.
Yeah.
I hope I pronounced his name right. Inspired by true events. It's produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller through their production company.
Right.
Yes.
So, like, there's good people involved.
Yes.
Because for me, like, it looks like a B movie.
I never
Like,
heard of this story.
It embraces the B movie.
I never heard of this story. It's based on true events.
Yeah, and funny enough, actually, Hank Stunts, who we interviewed,
Yeah.
he was working on this.
When
and,
they-
and I remember with links down in the description, we were talking to him and he said Cocaine Bear, and I was like, what's that about? Like, I thought that was some like gang name
Yeah.
or whatever.
And I had the reaction when John told me we're working on Cocaine Bear. I was like, ah!
Okay, that's a reaction, alright. This looks deadly. They know what this film is, don't they? They're going
best-
for fun, and Ray Liotta as a sleazy character is just brilliant.
They're
isn't
going,
it?
they're going
Yeah.
to make it funny, but it looks a bit vulgar as well. Like.
Oh,
It looks so, it's like that combination of horror and comedy. And speaking of that, this movie was originally supposed to be by the guys who did Ready or Not.
Yeah.
But they left to do the Fifth Screen movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think they made a mistake on that, but maybe it actually worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Elizabeth Banks is great in comedies, and
She worked with Lordy Miller before.
Yeah, she needs
in the Lego movie.
She needs to make a couple of successes after Charlie's
Yeah,
Angels.
I really-
big time.
Yeah, I'm rooting for her. I really hope she'll make this movie work.
This, yeah,
It's going to be so good. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah.
Just the amount of excitement that I had just what this movie is about, who it involves, what it will be. That is beautiful.
Yeah, but like even the characters are like, it's like Scream or something. Everybody looks a bit odd and a bit different. And the bear looks deadly.
They all look like Redwood or something, don't
Yeah.
they?
The bear looks different. Like the way the bear looks and the way he moves is absolutely brilliant.
And that was based on true events, right? So like, imagine how powerful that bear was. The most powerful thing on this planet.
I've got something for that. But I have to say, this looks like a film you'll watch, and a couple of months later you kind of forget some of the bits and you'll watch it again. I kind of think this is going to be a future classic.
Yeah.
Like, I actually love a B movie when it kind of admits it's a B movie, like Con Air.
Yeah.
Con Air is like one of the best B movies ever. A big budget, but it's brilliant.
No, watch that.
Right? But the other one, my favourite obscure B movie from the 80s was Hobo with a Shotgun.
Hobo with a Shotgun. That's from the 2010s. It's meant to be created like a homage to 80s
Was
B
it?
movies. Yeah.
Was it? It was just brilliant. They'd come out and they say, "Who are you?" "I'm a hobo with a shotgun."
Yeah. I think for
he was
me,
a vigilant like Batman, but he was a hobo with a shotgun. It was brilliant.
I think for me,
So funny.
I think for me, the best thing a film can be is that it embraces its idea to not just its creative potential, but also to the point where the movie is better because it chooses to embrace
What it is.
It's
a comedy. Let's make people laugh.
Yeah.
It's action.
It's not just,
let's give good action.
It's not just that. This is a movie about Cocaine Bear. Let's make it as insane as it possibly is.
Now, there is one thing with this film. It says it's based on true events.
Yeah.
And I done a bit of research, right? Right? It was in Kentucky, and they had a thing where the CIA and different groups and political parties were involved in cocaine coming from Colombia, right? So it's based off a book called A Bluegrass Conspiracy, right? And the nickname, now he's in a place, Kentucky by Kentucky, a whiskey company. And the bear is actually in there. You can get a picture with the bear, right? He's like the most famous bear. He's about one of the most famous tourist sites in Kentucky, right? Now the nickname they have for him is Pablo Eskobear. Holy shit. Right? Like, this is brilliant, right? Like, it's based on true events, but they really took liberties. But I don't care because it's fun. He was 175 pounds black bear, and he died after consuming 40 kilos of pure cocaine. Now, he didn't go on a rampage. They just found him dead.
Yeah.
So I think the bear was having a good old time by himself.
I think you can tell the people who made this movie looked at the title Cocaine Bear and just said, let's come up with this.
It's even better. Ray Liotta was in it, right? And he was a former narcotics. The character is called Andrew Thornton, and he was a former narcotics officer to turn drug pin. He abandoned the plane on a flight to Colombia. He dropped 40 containers of cocaine in, I'm going to say this wrong for any of our Native American viewers, Catacowi National Forest, right? So another fella fell off the plane as well, and they discovered him. He had like $15 million worth of cocaine, so they followed the trail. So when they found the trail, Thornton jumped out. He died jumping out of the parachute and it tangled, and he fell to his death. And he right now the cocaine at the time was worth 15 million. They say at current rates it's worth 48 million. That bear consumed $48 million worth of cocaine, right? So the police thought they were going to follow the trail of the crashed plane and find, but they just found a dead bear, right? Wow. But the story even gets nutser. Like, they could make a few films on this, right? After the autopsy, because the people didn't believe this, so they actually got an autopsy done, and they found that the bear was full to the brim with cocaine, right? He'd ate the whole lot, right? Now, they said there is no mammal in the world, scientists, that could consume the amount of that drug that he did and survive, right? But when after the autopsy, the body was given to a taxidermist, and he stuffed him, right? So the bear's like, he stuffed him, but then the bear was donated to the National Forest, and he was like in their museum, but there was a fire. Then he got robbed. Then he got found. At one stage, he got sold to Waylon-Jennings. I don't know if you know Johnny Cash,
the singer.
Yeah, and he was known for his cocaine jokes and all his songs, and he was in the Highwayman. You know, the Highwayman, and Waylon-Jennings was one of the biggest lunatics. So he had possession of the bear. So you imagine that bear was in his house and Willie Nelson be coming around the whole lot. So then he gave him to a friend who lived in Las Vegas, a guy that kind of used to entertain the rich. And then he ended up in a pawn shop and he ended up back in Kentucky. So like for Christmas, the bear is dressed like in Santa gear. You see, you can go visit the bear. People are travelling all over the world to go to Kentucky to get a picture with this bear. So like I'd love to see the film where Waylon-Jennings had Willie Nelson over and they had a session with the bear.
It's like a whole Hangover story but with a bear, like.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You never know.
You'd never know.
Maybe that could be in the actual movie.
Yeah, so like the actual story of it itself is so ridiculous, and I think that's why they went with a ridiculous film, because it was a ridiculous story. But I've had an idea for the sequel.
Oh.
Are you writing a sequel?
I'm thinking on it. Meth monkey. It's a monkey that smokes crystal meth and goes on a rampage.
I can tell you, you better send that idea to Lord and Miller and Elizabeth Banks ASAP.
If they're watching, which I highly doubt, if they're watching, talk to me about Meth Monkey. There is huge potential on this. It's going to be like Breaking Bad, but with a monkey on a rampage.
Not to mention the cast is stacked as well. You got O'Shea Jackson Jr., you got Ray Liotta, you got Keri Russell.
Is this Meth Monkey or Cocaine Bear?
Cocaine Bear. You got Alden Ehrenreich making his reunion with Ward and Miller after Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's to be honest with you, I think like they're talking about how a lot in the entertainment films aren't doing as well as they want the TV shows, streaming services, and people can talk about the politics of or whatever, but you need to go back to entertaining people, and this looks like an entertaining film.
You need to go back to creativity, and this looks like a very creative film.
So are you looking forward to Cocaine Bear?
It's gonna be a bit of crack watching it.
It's
gonna be a laugh watching it.
Yes.
Yes. So that's enough from us. We will, when it comes out, we'll review it, and hopefully we'll get to talk to Hank, and he might be able to tell us where he walked in.
Yeah, what way he walked with him.
I wonder, was he the bear?
Yeah.
Where he walked in on it. But I have to say, I can already see this film is full of action and full of stunts, full of comedy. It looks a great affair. So that's our take on Cocaine Bear.
Right. And from all of us at 4 Stories, good night. We're going to go drink some Coke.
Okay. Like and subscribe. Bye. Bye.